Peace and blessings, y'all. In this corner, Boxing 24. Good evening. How's everybody doing this evening? Hope everybody's doing well. I'm doing good on this side. As always, God is great, God is good, and I can't complain. Pardon me. So, today is September 9th, and I don't know, man. It's not looking too good for a fight to happen between the unified champion Spence Jr., 28-0 with 22 knockouts, and the WBO welterweight champion none other than Terrence Crawford, who's 38-0 with 29 knockouts. It's not looking good for the fight to happen again this year, November. Now, I know they both been training and working out and staying in shape and doing what they got to do, but from what I heard and sources that I've heard from, it's good. I'm not saying it's 100% impossible, but it just seems like it's not going to happen this year. If it does, it's going to really be by the grace of God, because it's September 9th. And for a fight to happen in November, that's very close. This fight should have been announced already, August. You know what I'm saying? In August and September, they should have been doing their tours and, New York, Los Angeles, and getting everything set up. But that hasn't happened. So it's very unlikely that the fight will happen. But again, nothing's impossible. We'll see. Will it happen in December? Christmas time? Doubt that. I don't think it could even happen the 19th, around, a few days before Thanksgiving, or a week or so before. It's kind of difficult, man. It's kind of hard because, again, that pay-per-view is going to be $60, $70, and people trying to get ready for the holidays. So I just don't know, man, if this fight will happen. Sometimes you got to take advantage of things when we get the opportunity. And I'm saying that because, Errol Spence, he almost lost out twice, right? After he fought Sean Porter in the toughest fight that he's ever been in, a life and death fight, a fight that I said that without that knockdown, he should have lost. And even with the knockdown, to me, it should have been a draw with Sean Porter in 2019. After that fight, he gets into that horrific car accident. And I don't care what nobody say, he made a comment saying he's indestructible. But no, you ain't indestructible. God is indestructible. You know what I'm saying? And he allowed you to live. So he made it out of that car accident. And he came back in 2020, he fought Danny Garcia, and then he had the detached retina. And he went out again, he was about to fight Manny Pacquiao. Found out he had a detached retina, and he pulled out of that fight. And then he came back, and he fought Ugas. So he's had some scares where his career could have ended twice, from that car accident and that detached retina. That detached retina is only by the grace of God that he's still here and that he's able to still fight. You know what I'm saying? Just being here, that's number one, right? That you made it. And then to be able to fight again, man, he should be praising God all day, all night for that, right? So, again, it's about opportunities, man. Sometimes you don't get the opportunity, so sometimes you don't know how long your run is going to be. And I feel like they need to try to make this fight happen, man. If it don't happen this year, it should happen early next year. I don't think they should keep wasting time. This fight is already marinated. You don't want to over-marinate it. You don't want to overcook it. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to leave it in the oven too long. And it burns and it turns hard, right? Like meat, like that. You don't want to do that with this fight. You don't want people to start losing their interest. Because then once that happens, the fans lose their interest, man. It's a done deal, right? People start saying, man, that fight should have happened, man. What's going on? They playing games. And then they start to see like, yo, it wasn't Crawford because people think it's Crawford. Man, listen, that man deserved money. He deserves what he deserves. Just because Bob Arum wasn't paying him, does that mean that the next person shouldn't pay him? Does that mean that he's not a world champion? Does that mean he wasn't undisputed at 140? Absolutely he was. And he is a champion. And he has credentials on his record. And you got to put respect on his name. Okay? He's not a contender. He's not. He's the most accomplished fighter that Errol Spence would have fought. And you could say that he's the most accomplished Crawford would have fought based on the belts that he got. Absolutely. He got 3 belts. I'm not knocking that, but I'm just saying, don't try to put him in a box where he's just somebody and I beat up everybody else. No, you didn't beat up him. You didn't beat him up. Okay? And y'all got 2 fighters in common that y'all fought. And the results was different. You know what I'm saying? The results was way different. People say styles make fights. Absolutely. But when you got 2 different fighters that we both fought and it ends in a similar way for both, that's telling you something, man. That's telling you, man, that Crawford is unpredictable and really undeniable, man, when it comes to his punching power. Like Julian Jackson, the great Julian Jackson said, former middleweight champion, he said Crawford is unpredictable. Crawford got that one-punch power. He got more one-punch power than Errol Spence has. I don't care about what I just heard something about Errol Spence. He was knocking out people in the amateurs in Texas. And before he fought Regis Prograis, he did an interview. He was talking about how he knocked everybody out before him in the amateurs, but he didn't knock him out or knock him down and all that. Listen, I don't care about that. We in the pros now. You know what I'm saying? Listen, Terence Crawford was buzzed by Kavaliauskas, no doubt about it. And people say he was knocked down. I say it was a little flash knocked down. I mean, he wasn't super hurt. He was able to get right back up. Errol Spence was buzzed before by Kell Brook, by Danny Garcia, and even by Ugas. Ugas just didn't know how to close the show. But at the end of the day, the great Floyd Mayweather was knocked down by Zab Judah. Is that right? His glove hit the canvas. That's a knockdown. It wasn't called a knockdown, but it was. And did that change the outcome of the fight? That's the point. Floyd still went on to win that fight, to break Zab Judah down, right? Okay, 2006, right? What did Crawford do? He got Kavaliauskas out of there, right? Didn't matter. Gamboa stung him, buzzed him when they fought, and Gamboa was a pound-for-pound fighter. Let's not forget when they fought. He wasn't over the hill. He was still, he was still the man when they fought, and he buzzed Crawford, man. Pardon me. So, but what happened at the end of the day? Did Crawford win the fight? Absolutely. So that's all that really matters, man. People can say what they want. At the end of the day, man, we just want to see the fight. Crawford deserved to get some money. Spence deserved to get some money. They deserve to get some money in between them. Crawford is, you could call him the B side and call Errol Spence the A side, but he's a slim A side. Because again, he hasn't fought anybody with the accomplishments that Crawford has. Nobody. I don't care if he took belts. I don't care about that IBF belt he took from Kell Brook. Come on, man. So what? That was years. You know what I'm saying? You got years since you had that belt. You had that belt for a minute now. Okay? That's over. Like, this is the belt, and this is the man that you really need to beat. This is the most accomplished fighter he's undefeated. He got 38 wins and 29 knockouts. And he was undisputed. You ain't fought nobody like that at the end of the day. So that's all that matters, man, right? They need to make this fight. Don't let it go too far. And this fight definitely should happen by early next year, man. I'm disappointed, but not to the point where I'm going to go crazy about it. Like, it is what it is. But I'm hoping for early next year. Because I really doubt that's going to happen this year. Now, if it does still happen this year, hey, I'll be corrected and let's have a fight. But Listen, I wouldn't mind if it's next year, but it don't need to go no longer than early next year, January, February. It really shouldn't. They can't make it for November, December. It should be no question about January, February. They need to narrow that down. They need to give Crawford the money that he wants because the fight is going to make money, man. The fight is going to make a lot of money. And they know that. They need to stop playing games. The fight is going to make a lot of money. A lot of money. So they really need to stop playing games. Okay? So that's all I really got for this evening in this Corner Boxing 24. Peace and blessings. Please subscribe to the page. Please let me know how you feel. Please leave your comments. Everybody be safe. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Peace.